Hi, this is Sweet June 2010, coming back right back at you. Allergies is acting up on me, so trying to get through this video without sneezing. This is on the heels of the other video that I did talking about uh, our black men pushing black women to white men. Um, should black women expand? Should we expand our options as black women? Somebody came on and made a comment on my other video, and he was saying that very nice comment, and he was saying that men of other races really adore black women, and um, that's a good question. Should we as black women expand our options? If we can't find a suitable black man to be with us as a life partner, should we consider dating and marrying men of other races? You know, a lot of black women has went that way. A lot of black women have already done went that way. Uh, you know, they're with white men, you know, with men of other races, and like I said, in light of all the bashing on here, and I know not all black men feel that way, and I get that, but when you look at, I hate to break out my list, but I'm going to have to go ahead and break it out. You have a certain percentage of black men. You know, the odds are kind of stacked against us, really, because you have a certain percentage of black men that are in prison, for one thing. A pretty large percentage of black men, I don't know the exact stat on that, that's in prison. And then you have a certain percentage of black men that are gay. They're totally eliminated because they don't like women. So you got to take them out of the equation. You have a certain percentage of black men that are with women of other races. You know. Then you have a certain percentage of black men that are just they're undateable, they're unmarriageable for some reason or another. They're I don't know, they're involved in criminal activity, they're players, they like to go from one woman to the next, and they're unmarriageable. They're not marriageable black men. They're not the type of black men that you would want to consider for marriage. You have a certain percentage of black men out there like that. And then you have a certain percentage of black men, like a lot of the black men on here on YouTube, that hate black women and bash black women. They don't want nothing to do with black women. None of us. You have a certain percentage. I guess you could get those numbers really good because a lot of them are here on YouTube. And you know, and you have a certain percentage of. I mean, you know, when you look at the numbers, we only represent 13% of the population. So when you look at those numbers, the odds are stacked against us. And the marital rate for black women is only 30%. The marital rate for us black women is only 30%. And I think a lot of black women are very loyal. I was talking to my sister the other day, and she was saying how, you know, my sister, she's my oldest sister, and she's never been married, never had any children. And we was talking to my niece, and she was saying how she had always wanted to get married. You know, ever since she got out of high school, she had always wanted a husband and a family. And she said, we was talking about interracial, actually we were talking about interracial relationships, and I was telling them that I'm open to the possibility of being with a man of another race. If, you know, if all things are considered and he has all the qualities that I'm looking for, I'm open to that possibility. There was a time in my life to where I wasn't open to that possibility. There was a time in my life to where I wouldn't even look at men of other races unless he was exceptionally handsome. Um, and I was just a diehard, black men straight up. That's all I'm gonna be with. That's all I want to be with. And plus, I never wanted any biracial kids. And that was another reason why in the past that I wouldn't consider dating outside my race, because I never wanted any biracial kids. I wanted my kids to be black. And so, contrary to what a lot of black men say, not all black women want biracial children. Me personally, I never wanted any biracial kids, because I figure it's hard enough being black out here, and then you add the element of being biracial, there's a lot more problems. And a lot of biracial children, they come out confused and stuff like that. And I didn't want to add to the poor child's confusion. So I wanted African, straight up 100% African. Well, nobody's 100%, but I wanted black children. I never wanted any biracial children. So that was another reason why I never considered dating outside my race. And plus, for a long time, I just wasn't attracted to white men. Every now and then I would see one that I was attracted to. But as I get older, I'm getting a little bit more open-minded. And I noticed that there's a lot of white guys out there that do have good qualities. A lot of them do have good qualities. And so if you get past the superficial and look what's on the inside, a lot of them do have good qualities. A lot of them do have good personalities. And so I'm open to the possibility. I still prefer, at the end of the day, I still prefer to be with a black man. But I'm open to the possibility of possibly being with a man of another race. If it happens, but my sister was saying that she's not open, that she still prefers to be with a black man, and she's waiting, she's waiting and everything, and she still says she prefers to be with a black man, and she's not bending on that. And you got a lot of black women out here that feel the same way. You have a lot of black women out here that feel the same way as my sister do. They feel like, that's all they want is a black man, and they're faithfully waiting for a black man. And some of them, they've been waiting for years, even decades, for the right black man. And so when these brothers come out here saying how we're not loyal and everything, black women are very loyal. Black women are very loyal. The interracial rate is still higher. I think there's still more black men being with white women than it is black women being with white men. The numbers are slowly increasing, but it's still, the interracial rate is still highest with black men, I believe. Don't quote me, but I still believe it is. So black women are very loyal, contrary to what a lot of black men believe. Black women are very loyal, and they're faithfully waiting for the right black man. But the thing is, if there's another man, what if you're a black woman and you die hard, black man, and you definitely want to, you're determined to meet the right black man and settle down and all that stuff, and you really don't want to consider dating other races. But what if a white man approaches you and he has all the qualities that you're looking for in a man? What if that white man has all the qualities that you're looking for in a man? You gonna turn him down because he's white? Good question. If he has all the qualities that you're looking for, all the qualities that you was looking for in a man, but only one problem: he's not black. You gonna turn him down after waiting years and years? Particularly if you want to have a family, and a lot of black women are facing the dilemma that they want to have a family, and the clock is ticking. You know, we as women, we know we got a certain amount of time, a certain window where we can have kids, and healthily have kids. And a lot of black women want to have kids. You know, they didn't got their career, they didn't went to school, they didn't got their career and everything. Now they're ready to settle down. But some of them, you know, they're not wanting to have children out of wedlock. They're wanting to have children within a marriage. So they're faithfully waiting on a good black man, and they're not meeting them because, particularly if they have professional jobs in corporate America and all that stuff, those black men, there's not very many black men in those professions, but the little black men in those professions are hooked up with white women. So the options are few and far between if you're a professional black woman. So a lot of those women, if they're wanting to have kids, they're breaking down and being single moms. Some of them are adopting, or they're breaking down being single moms because they've been waiting a long, long time for the right black man to come along. But I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie Something New, with Sanaa Lathan was in it, and she was a professional black woman, and she was waiting on the right black man and everything, and she was a diehard, you know, I want to be with a black man and everything, and somebody set her up on a blind date. Make a long story short, and then he was a white guy, and at first she was a little taken aback, and she was like, I don't know about this. And then, you know, as time went on, she realized that she liked his personality and all this kind of stuff, and because she faced so much pressure from her family and friends and all that stuff, she quit dating him for a while, and then she started dating this black guy, which seemed to have all the qualities that she was looking for, but I guess he didn't have the personality traits that she wanted. But she was dating him because, well, you know, because he's a black guy. And in the end, make a long story short, in the end, she realized that she was in love with the white guy, and he had a lot of the personality traits that he had. She admired and she liked, and she realized that at the end, so she went after him, and, you know, and they winded up getting married. And so this is a good question for sisters out there. You know, you die hard, you know, you waiting on a brother, you know, and everything like that. But then a white man comes along, and he has all those qualities that you were looking for in a man all your life, including the personality traits. You gonna turn him down because he's white? Good question. I don't think I'm gonna turn him. I don't know if I'll be so quick to turn him down. If I met a white guy and he had all the qualities that I was looking for in a man, and we had good chemistry, good connection, all things considered, and he loved God, I don't know if I'm going to turn him down. I don't know, because at the end of the day, you know, love has no color. See, at the end of the day, love has no color. And at the end of the day, the important thing is having someone in your corner that has your back. A man that's going to be loyal, that's going to be faithful, that's going to treat you with love and respect, that's going to take care of you, all those things. Someone that loves God, spiritual and all that. At the end of the day, those things are important, you know, and at the end of the day, love doesn't have a color. So if a white man came along, he had all those qualities. It's just like in the movie Something New. At first, she didn't want to mess with that white guy. But then she realized that in the end, that he had all the qualities that she was looking for in a man. And she messed around and fell in love with him. So she couldn't deny it. At the end, she just couldn't deny it. And her father told her just to go ahead and go for it. And she went on and went for it. And so, you know, if you meet somebody, if you meet a white guy, he has all those qualities, why turn him down just because he's not black? You know? Because, like I said, you got certain percentage of black men that's in prison, certain percentage that's this and that, you know? We only represent 13% of the population. The reality, and on top of that, black women outnumber black men. We outnumber black men. There's more of us than it is of them. So when you put all those factors involved in there, you put all those factors in there, you know, there's going to be some black women that's going to be without a man. There's going to be some black women out there that's just not going to get married. Because we got so many, we got the odds stacked against us. We really do. And I'm just keeping it 100. We have the odds stacked against us. So um, it's not a bad idea to consider opening up your options, expanding your options. You know, to the possibility, at least kind of open up your mind a little bit to the possibility of being with men of other races. I mean, you know, particularly if men of other races are interested in black women, and more white men are coming forth. And there used to be they could be kind of low on the low, but now more and more white men are coming forth, and they're saying that, hey, I want to be with a black woman and all this kind of stuff. And so, at the end of the day, you know, you got to think about, you know, hey, if I meet somebody and this man has everything I'm looking for, you know, why not? You know, I mean, some black women, you know, they die hard, you know, waiting on a black man, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then you have to stop and think that at some point, you know, you have to think of the possibility that there might be a possibility that you may never meet that black life partner. And so you know, you might have to consider, you know, we have to kind of open ourselves up to other races of men. You know, because if white men approach you and you steady telling them, well, I don't date white guys and all this kind of stuff, then you're not opening yourself up. You're closing yourself up. And maybe you should open yourself up more to the possibility, excuse me, of being with men of other races. So it's just a little something to marinate on, sisters. A little something to think about. Like I said, at one time, I wouldn't even consider dating a white guy. But now I'm kind of open to the possibility. At the end of the day, I still prefer to be with a black man. But at the same time, I'm open to the possibility of being with a white guy if he has all the qualities that I'm looking for in a man. Plus, if we have the good chemistry and a good connection, and he loves God. He's someone of my, because we have to be evenly yoked, someone that's in my religion, and all those things considered, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be so quick to turn him down. Sisters, let me know in the comment section of what you think. Let me know what your opinion is on that. Let me know if you're single and you're willing to open up your options of dating other races of men or being with other races of men. If you don't, you didn't tell me why. Whatever it is, brothers. Once again, if you're gonna make a comment, please be respectful. No insults. Other than that, I welcome your comments. Let me know how you feel about the situation. More interesting videos coming up. God bless and peace and love. This is Sweet June 2010.